Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. I'm Steven Silver, character designer and teacher, dedicated to helping you learn about the art industry and living up to your potential. Whippy! So if I were to tell you guys to just think about sitting at a restaurant, and as you're sitting at that restaurant, you're thinking about what it is that maybe you want to drink when the waiter comes over. And so now the waiter comes over and now you're going to order your drink. And you're going to order that drink of choice, beer, water, soda, whatever it may be. And at that point, what I want to tell you now is every single one of you probably thought about a specific restaurant. You might have even envisioned a waiter's face. It might have been female, might have been male, might have been someone you know, someone you don't know. And then the drink. And you envision that drink. You envision the color of that drink. Was it clear like water? Was it dark like a soda? Was it dark or light like a beer? That's what you were thinking about. I want you to think about sitting on a swing. You're on a swing and you're having a good time and you can feel the breeze. Just at that moment of me saying that, probably conjured up in your mind a moment in your life when you were either a child on a swing or maybe you're an adult on a swing. Maybe you even got pushed off. Maybe you were swinging too fast. Maybe something happened. But what I want to tell you guys is that was tapping into your imagination. That is creativity. There's no difference between the two. What you're envisioning, you start with an idea and you think about that idea. And it crosses your mind. And from there, once you start to create that in your mind, and it could be what it is that picture? What is that vision for the day? What is that vision for the 6 months from now? What are you trying to get? What is that picture on that puzzle? Because that's all it ever is. We just look at a puzzle and we look at the picture. And it's up to us now to put all those pieces of the puzzle together. Piece by piece will bring you peace. P-A-C-E. And eventually we're going to put that all together and we're going to form the image. We're going to form the idea. We're going to form the vision that we want to see happen. And that's what this is just all about. Piece by piece. If you can truly think about that. It's a puzzle. It's no different. And your imagination will get you there. What is in your head? What are you envisioning? What is it that you want to put down on paper? What is it that you want to just make a reality? What is that vision that's maybe crossing your mind? What have you seen that makes you feel that? So it's not about seeing something and going, oh, look at that necessarily big, giant this or that car and that. I'm going to think about it so hard that it's just going to appear. What it simply means is you're taking a snapshot of your puzzle that you want to build. Now it's up to you to put all those pieces of that puzzle together to make that happen. It's not going to come from nothing. It has to be work. A puzzle does not form by itself, but a puzzle also does require, at times, if you want it to, more than one person to put together. Do you want to make connections? Do you want to meet people? Do you want to ask for help? That's your priority. If that's your prerogative. If that's what you want to do, then do it. If you don't want to ask for help, if you think you can put this whole puzzle together yourself, then put it together yourself. Do your best. See how far you can take that puzzle. See how far you know how and the thing is too, you don't know how long it's going to take. You just don't know how long it's going to take. It's all about timing. Just take action. Just do something piece by piece. Just do something piece by piece. Just start. What's the idea? What just crossed through your head? What did you just envision now? Oh my God, I just envisioned blah, blah, blah. Whatever that thing may be. Okay, what if I decide right now, instead of scrolling through emails or being on social media, playing video games, what if I actually just started taking action on that idea that I just had spontaneously? Why did I even have that idea spontaneously? Why was it even there? It was for a purpose. I don't believe that things are going to start crossing your mind if you don't have an inclination to want to possibly do it. I just don't. I think these things will come through your mind because they have that vision. You're going to see a glimpse. You're going to see a picture every single time. And these are the things that you can choose to take action upon or not take action upon. Sometimes we take action on things that cross our mind that we think is the right choice and find out that maybe that was from a different picture of a puzzle. Maybe that was part of another puzzle. That it's okay that we sort of went through this and we figured that out, and we figured out that there was a problem and it wasn't going to our liking and it wasn't working out. But is that all that knowledge gained a waste, or is that knowledge maybe a piece of another puzzle now? And it usually is. It usually has to do with something being a part of something else that you're going to encounter in your life, that you're going to come across and go, oh, I experienced that before. I know how to handle this, because of that other piece you borrowed from the puzzle unintentionally. So, and nothing's a waste. And we're going to have multiple puzzles. There is not just one puzzle. It doesn't exist. It's multiple puzzles. One puzzle after another. Because what do you do when you finish one puzzle and you're a puzzle building person, literally in the terms? You're not going to stop. You even crossword puzzles, everything. You don't just do it once. This is something you finish, you do it, you finish, you do it, you finish, you do it, you finish. And you start again, and you start again, and you start again. And that's where the piece by piece comes into. It's just like puzzle by puzzle. We're dealing with the same thing here. And these are all just the real most important things that I think are going to be vital in just making stuff happen for yourself. How about that? How about making stuff happen for yourself, for you, just because you wanted to? You wanted to make that movie. You wanted to write that book. You wanted to make that animation. You wanted to do it just for you, so you just did it. And lo and behold, something comes of it. Whoopee! Good. Something happens with it. Because maybe you're marching towards certain things piece by piece. You're starting to pay more attention. You finish it. Okay, now I finished this. Now what's maybe part of the next step? What's this going to involve? Oh, maybe I should look into who I'm going to share this with. How am I going to get this out there? How are people going to see it? What steps do you need to take? By doing nothing, you can't just sit around your house. You got to put yourself out there. Again, it's everything. Just putting yourself out there. Following through, knowing what the picture of your puzzle, what you want it to be, piece by piece. I sit at home and I work on jobs for clients, and I work on things for me. And I think about nothing until really I start thinking about it. Because all of a sudden, I might be working on something, or I do take time when I finish little projects. I actually will nearly every day, many times. I'll just sit and I just try to think. Not just moving, just right into another immediate action. It's just all of a sudden, I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to think, what else do I want to accomplish? Or what else do I want to do? What do I want to think about doing? And it's weird because I sort of let my mind wander into what it wants to do, and that it'll always say something. Something will always pop up in your head. It always does, right? And so something pops up, and I usually, if that thing's maybe the first thing in line that I'm thinking about, maybe that might be something I might take action on. It could be as simple as I'm doing something completely different. I remember the other night I was just putting away my just clothes in my closet, and I just thought about, there's a book I want to read. I'm putting my clothes away in my closet, and all of a sudden what crossed my mind was there was a book that I wanted to read. And so that's when I finished doing that, then I went and I got kind of a little excited, because I was like, oh man, I'm excited that I got something to do right now, and it's something that I want to do. And then I just went and I lay on the bed and I sat and read the book, started to read the book. And it's these little things that I think are very important, just to your mind, believe it or not, you kind of know what to do. And sometimes you're resisting it, you're fighting it, you're doing all this stuff, and it's just making it even that much worse off for you, because you don't even know, you're self-doubting yourself way too much. You're starting just to doubt the process either too much. I think that's what's just stopping you from even moving forward. Otherwise, you've exhausted all possibilities, and it's just still not coming through, and it's still not working out. So this is where now it's up to you to make that change and that choice of change as to how far do I need to go? How much time have I put into this? How much money have I spent? What's the loss going to be? What's the gain going to be? You really, think about it, but sometimes you do realize you got to move on, and it's for the best. And again, it's not wasted knowledge. It was just pieces from another puzzle that you're not even supposed to be there yet. That's, I think, part of the reality. We think we're supposed to be there because we see other people there. And because other people are there, we go, well, why can't we be there? I want that. Yeah, we do. We all want that. We see it. We see the talent. We see the whatever it may be. And we all want that. But we got to start putting, it's not going to happen instantaneously. The picture of the puzzle doesn't get built so quickly. It's piece by piece. If that's what you want, now you've seen the snapshot. One of my snapshots and this is a possession thing, but it's something that I truly desire. And what that desire to me is, I want to have a house on the lake or on a beach. See, maybe I should be a little bit more clear, but I'm torn between the two. So I don't want to, think that, I've got a house on the lake and a beach, because you can't live in both of them at once. But I do think about, why I want to have a lake house. I want to have a house on a lake with a pontoon boat and a kayak. That's the picture that I see. That's a possession thing. That's the one possession thing that I want. Can I have it right now? No. Where I'm living, it's not possible. My kids are home and school, and we can't just, get out and leave and go to a place where it can happen. So, but it's a future thing, but I think about it. It's a picture in my mind. So piece by piece, the things that I do in life are eventually going to lead up to that. All right. But that's not going to be sitting around doing nothing. That just doesn't happen by doing nothing. I got to just, I'm going to have to work. I'm going to have to do things. I'm going to have to make that a possibility, and I will. And that's the thing too. It's like when I say I will, you have to have that mindset of I will. You need to say I will. I will build up my drawing skills. I will try to go out for that job. I will try to put together my own book to start promoting myself and get myself out there. I will start meeting up with people more. Whatever it is, these are the different things that you just need to think about. It's like, what is that I will? And then again, just do it. You believe. This is part of the belief. This is the belief in yourself. I can't tell you, man. I'm just like, I get always saddened, in all honesty, when I see artists and friends of mine, and I try to give them, a boost. But when they'll say, yeah, the things are ending, but I'm not going to get but who knows, I just, nothing's happening. It's just like, the minute you start saying that, you started putting the fear and the doubt, and you're not at peace. But if you start really thinking about just, hey, you know what, look what I've done, look what I've accomplished thus far. And there's so many things, and maybe you haven't even been in a studio or anything else, but what are things that you've accomplished thus far? What school did you graduate from? What award did you possibly get? What, that you felt really good about, What achievement when you first started riding your bike, whatever it is, when you learned how to swing on a swing set, whatever that is, it's just like, think of all the things that you've done up to now. piece by piece, that you've made a reality, that now this is where you're at. So just keep putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Don't get discouraged. Stop looking at the whole thing finished. Because it's not going to be finished until you start putting all the pieces together. Have the vision. Know what you want. See the picture in your mind. You want to see it. But don't let that be a block and have expectations of it happening overnight. Not happening. Reality. You got to be honest with yourself. This is the important stuff. Just honesty with where you're at, with what it is that you want to do. I've tried just so many things. I just try things. And, I think it's being okay with the fact, if you can, again, part of the belief is truly believing that everything works itself out and everything happens for a reason. And I think that's part of the belief system too that you truly have to have. You truly got to believe that everything happens for a reason. Because otherwise, again, it's that self-doubt that will just, again, that seeing the big picture and being so scared of what it's going to take to get there, it just blocks you. So don't try to avoid that, but consciously think about it. And this is an everyday thing too. You got to think about this stuff every day. You cannot just think about this just from time to time, once every other week or whatever it may be. This is a day-to-day routine. This is as important as you breathing. This is as important as you breathing. That you are thinking every day about just whatever your mantra may be. My mantra, just of recently, has now become, piece by piece will bring you peace. That's my mantra. Because every time you start to think of your mind starts to wander, it goes off in a different place, you start panicking, you start overthinking, all these things blocking you. Well, this has to happen and that has to happen, and your mind's going insane. Just piece by piece will bring you peace. Because it will, if you let yourself get there. You gotta let yourself get there. That's gonna be the most important thing. To allow this to happen. And stop resisting it. Stop fighting it. Stop making excuses about it. No more excuses. It's all about you. What do you want to do? What are you trying to do? What are you doing to trying to get better? What are you doing to improve upon your skill set? Who are you talking to? What are you researching? All these things, just like they make such a big deal. I think I've said what I'm going to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I was just felt like going on about something, about just giving a message. Maybe if I could talk to so many people who would hear it and just listen to this different side and this different perspective. And I think it's just, it's an important thing. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. To subscribe to my mailing list and stay updated on future workshops and events, please go to my contact at silvertunes.com and simply hit join mailing list. Until the next time, make it a great week and thank you for listening.